So this is the second run through the Epoch. I did the villains first, and that one was much. It took much longer than the heroes run, but that really is because of Heimdall. Heimdall does, like, in this first section, he takes a minute, but once it gets here and here, and really about here, like this section of it, it's not. It's the fights are at most. You may be using revives because you can just get to the point where you're not even paying attention to the node. You're just going in and doing 40 to 60% damage, and you may die from some, like, I think it was Gwenpool, where she makes contact with one of her hits on her special. She gives you this incinerate, and if you need to do an a light ending combo in order to get it to go away. And I fucked up there, and I did die, but that was just because I didn't like. And that's kind of a big issue with the Epoch, is that if you don't know what's going on, you're just gonna suddenly die. But we're gonna see if this one is better at explaining the. Here it is. The specials, and it's for the first one, it's an orange flash. I don't pay attention to his eyes. I go for the flash because he pulls from behind his back, and it'll be Dex, Parry Light Dex. And then his SP2 is blue, and it's Parry Light Dex. Then you have to swipe up. The swiping up portion, especially in the earlier segments of the fight, I do mess up with sometimes, but we're gonna see. I just want to see what he does, like how I do, especially since I was doing it all last night. But his first phase is gonna be only SP1. There we go. And now he's going to be going to SP2, and he triggers between the two. And you have to wait out those passives, um, or you'll die. So we'll see. Damn. Okay, well, I almost got it. But that orange flash, if it's the orange flash, think of it like this. If it's orange flash, you swing back, you dex first, and then you go into essentially um, the early stage of SP2. You just on his second the sword one, the blue one, you don't dex, you just go into the parry, and it's dex parry. So instead of dex, you just parry light, and then instead of the dex being on the front end, it's on the back end. So it's pretty much the same rhythm. It's just you take the dex off the back of the SP2 variant and put it on the front. And instead of the final dex on the or the decks from the front, it being on the back for special 2, you then also swipe up. So let's see.
Introducing Centrum Age Define with 16 healthy aging benefits like vascular health and immune function. New Centrum Age Define. Stay ahead of aging.
So let's see. Parry, parry, light, dex, dex, up. And I don't think he's at the point where you can't swing in and he will, like, if you get him there, each time he will get a little bit of power. Parry. There we go. Hold on. Shut up.
Quality. The story of Sun Wukong, the Monkey King, and his adventures through the journey to the West are legendary in Chinese culture, but are relatively unknown to Western gamers outside of knowing it loosely inspired Dragon Ball. Yeah, this unfamiliarity adds a form of intrigue and excitement that Western audiences are eager to explore. The game presents a world filled with strange and fantastical creatures, ancient legends, and philosophy themes that stand in stark contrast to the normal fanfare that we see from Western studios. Earlier in this video, I discussed the variety of enemies and bosses. The reason they can offer that kind of staggering variety is because there are so few of those designs that are used in other games. I need you guys to understand this
Well,
goes
that's
for
also because they put a lot of work into it. I think that's the real reason. It's not because there weren't other games that have that. Like, there's tons of games that have tons of variety. It's just that some of them are just fucking lazy. Like, for example, like First Descendant, there's no reason why, like, there's like 2 or 3 bosses that are basically just reskins of each other. Like, it doesn't need to be like that. They're just being lazy.
is crucial. After years, decades of playing insane iterations of the same concepts, whether it's a clunky military
Oh
shooter
man, didn't
set
do
in a
anything.
brutal Middle Eastern conflict, another dark fantasy, gritty, post-apocalyptic world overrun by zombies, or yet another fantasy epic that borrows heavily from Tolkien, players are hungry for something new. Black Myth provides a window into a different cultural worldview, one that feels fresh and invigorating compared to the often formulaic approaches that we've seen in Western games. The aesthetics of Chinese architecture, the fluidity and grace of martial arts, the intricate designs of mythical creatures. I can't tell you guys how many times I lost and had issues fighting certain bosses that used martial arts because none of it was familiar to me. The mechanics were not familiar to me. I'd never seen them in a game before. These elements combine to create a game that feels both exotic and authentic. It's a world that
There we
invites
go.
me to
And now I
experience
don't
it.
think I'll be
Extra
able
level of
to
escapism for Western audiences because
swing
they're
in and
experiencing something
attack
for the first time.
after. Oh shit!
So, like,
Oh, it didn't. I
you're
didn't
very
die.
used to seeing certain different tropes and certain different things play out. Whereas, like, and I think that's why something like Elden Ring was also really
Yeah.
popular, is because it just had like a level of escapism to it that was like very unpredictable.
With a different type of storytelling, but immerse myself into a cultural experience that is vastly different than what I'm used to.
Yeah.
In an industry where innovation often feels constrained by what's familiar and safe, Black Myth Wukong shows that there is a huge appetite for stories and settings that break the mold. It's a reminder that gaming, as a global medium, has the power to transcend cultural boundaries and introduce players to perspectives, ideas, and experiences that they
And this is
otherwise.
one of the things that I've always thought was like really kind of weird is that, like, I feel like gaming has
But
just
you want to
suffered
get
from like
those orange
multiculturalism and has like
charges that you'll
downgraded a
see
lot of
under
like
my health
xenophobia
bar,
people
like
have
buffs. That's how you're
in
going
like
to
a way where
scale
it
your
almost fucking
damage
makes
and make
sense.
it
Because like you're just
increase.
playing
So
a
if you
game and
hold
trying
through
to
the whole
get these
fight,
guys that
you
basically
lose
are
them
trying to
each
emulate the
life
game.
cycle,
Or
but
like you're
then
playing with people that live in another country
um,
and you get along and everything's fine. And it's not
you have
just
to
like a
rebuild
system
them
weird,
each
that's just
time.
how it is. TikTok did too. Yeah, social media did a lot for it. People always talk about the positives or the negatives, but they don't talk about the positives.
Damn it.
As the game industry has grown into the largest entertainment industry in the world,
Okay.
it's attracting investors and CEOs who are demanding safety, security, and consistency.
Never mind.
As a response to this, many of these studios have become stale. Many themes have become stale because it's safer to do what worked in the past. Whether it's a live service,
What I think is kind of funny about that is that the safeness is actually becoming a weakness. It's like people are playing it so safe that they end up alienating the original audience and people don't like it, and the game doesn't feel exciting. So it's like they try to appeal to being safe, and then they achieve the opposite effect.
or repeated themes or entitled journalists, Black Myth Wukong is a wake-up
So
call.
like Robson, yeah.
Okay, dude, come on.
Works no more. I really do think that this game shows that there is a general.
Oh man, I already see what's about to
And I
happen.
think Baldur's Gate 3 was.
I already see what's about to happen.
Yeah. The industry had already made the assumption
Yep.
that turn-based
Like, and then that shit can happen. Like, where he just doesn't. I don't know if it's a mechanic that I have currently on, and I'm dead. Like, that happens too. Like,
completely
alright,
devoid of creativity.
let's go.
And games.
I think that if you look at it from a AAA perspective, like if the only time, like if you only get gaming news from television commercials, you probably hate video games. But like just today, we had games like Scorekeeper, and there was
And
like
this
another
dude
game that we were
has
talking
also
about
been
as
a
well.
crazy champ.
Games that have come out that have been super great, but it's just that these games aren't these AAA games. Forever Winter, that was the other one. Yeah, coming out it was like September, like I don't know, 15th, 9th, was not 11th. I don't remember what day it was. 24th. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. So I feel like there's a lot of these new games that are coming out that are great. So I feel like the problem really is just inside of AAA games. I think it's that these AAA gaming studios are investing so much money into these games, they feel the need to dilute the appeal to the game, the appeal of the game, to appeal to like a target audience of everyone. And in doing so, they end up making a game that doesn't appeal to any group of people, and people just don't care about it and they don't buy the game. And I think that also it's reflected in the price of these games. A lot of these games are very expensive, and a lot of the things that cost a lot of money, like for example, like like facial motion control, these are nice things to have, but is this going to make a person play a video game? It's really not. And so there's like a fixation on things that are not important to an audience.
Like Black Myth or Elden Ring or Baldur's Gate 3 are those moments.
And something that I've noticed, to anyone watching this, when you're doing his specials and getting into the actual, like, having to, you know, for his first special, you dash back, then you parry, light, dex, or his second one, it's like, I don't know if you noticed, but when I'm doing the first one, I always swipe back. And then and when I'm swiping back is when he is pulling either the axe or the sword out. So it'll be swipe, parry, light, dex. For a second one, it'll just be one. The introductory one that does not actually chain into the, you know, full, like sequence. So it'll be swipe, I'd be like, oh, it's a blue sword. So parry, light, dex, and you wait until the bullets are beginning to shoot at you, and you don't go, like, you don't swipe up. It has to be like a slow, methodical, at least that's how it appears to me, and then it gets quicker as the fight goes on.
One of the only bosses that it's like usually like I'll try to beat the boss by learning its mechanics and overcoming its mechanics. That time I died to him and I'm like, okay, yeah, now I'm in uncharted territory. I don't know what these fucking moves are. Let's just call in the boys and win this fight. Like, you know, we gotta keep the ball rolling here. Like, I can't beat this dude. Yeah, I did. I died to the non-able. I did. He killed me. He was strangely hard. Well, it was a great fight. But it was just like the way that he was moving was something that I wasn't used to
Then Rain on fast forward. Yes, I know that it's not a soul like game, but that said, you can't tell me what those bosses feel like. That big-headed baby. We need to talk about that big-headed baby. Like the first act. I thought that was the first boss. I took like 2 or 3 hours to kill that thing. And when I did, I was so happy. Then I moved on, and then I found the real first boss, which is the one that gives you the transformation. You see, this is what happened.
That's such bullshit.
So, like, the same thing happened to me, where, like, so apparently when Amy was playing through the game, people kept telling her that I beat that boss in 2 attempts. And she was getting mad because she couldn't beat the boss.
Okay.
The funny fucking thing
They're all KO'd
is
now.
that the same thing happened to me. Somebody told me that Duke did beat the boss in like 2 attempts, and I was like, there's no way. There's like, wait, what do you mean? Like, and like, they're telling me other people beat the boss. He did. Yeah, I was like, he did though? Did he actually? No, did he actually beat the boss in 2 attempts? I was like, because I didn't know the guy was. I watched him play a little bit of Elden Ring. I didn't know he was a gamer like that. And I was sitting there like, am I fucking garbage? Like, what's wrong with me? Like, yeah. Chop out in 3 attempts. Dude, it took me a while. It did. It took me a bit. Drop it in first try. And that's the thing. Is people would say like, oh, Scott already cleared this. Or, oh, guys, this guy, yeah, this guy already did it. And it's like, usually it's not even true, but it would make me mad. I'm like, there's no way they're getting mad at me.
There we go.
I get so much easier. I would have beaten it way earlier than what I did. But, I mean, with that said, the rest of the game felt a lot more easier after that. But it's just been so refreshing. It really has. I initially went to stream the game, because I like streaming games, right? I like having those watch. But it's one of those games, and I feel like there's a lot of them that are out there that are like this, where I don't really want to have an audience for it, because I just wanted to sit back and experience it. Because if you treat it like one of those kind of games, it really is an experience. There's so many times that I just got lost looking at some of the statues, how highly detailed they were, how completely different they were no matter where you went, which is crazy in a game like that, especially when you would think that they would reuse a lot of assets when they don't. There's so much originality and artistry on display in this game. It is staggering, unreal. And that's one of the reasons why I wanted to make this video, is not only just to appreciate the game for what it is, but also to push back against a lot of the narratives that are out there around it. Because they just don't appreciate it. They don't appreciate it because they didn't bend into what these Western journalists wanted them to say. And it's ridiculous. We create childish.
Yeah, we created a narrative about you. Please talk us off the cliff that we put you on. Please explain. We're now judging you. We've decided that now you're being tried for these crimes. How do you respond? We don't? Oh, well, wait, what? What do you mean you don't respond?
Oh, man.
It's disappointing as a consumer because
Oh, man, I was like seeing if it would work, and it didn't. I was hoping I could evade that and not fuck it up, but I feel like because I put, like, I need to evade this to get my SP2 off, I should just thrown the SP2, but...
that it's just going to show that you really can't trust anyone other than yourself. If you want to know whether a game is good or not, watch somebody play it on stream or watch a YouTube video of it. That's what I do. Very fucking simple. Can't read what they say because often it's going to be steeped in criticisms that are so biased.
Or like find a creator like you. Watch me, watch him.
The way that they would try to paint this game, the kind of pictures that they would try to paint it in. It really is irrelevant. It's burning up faster than I can make videos on it. I'm sure it's, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I absolutely enjoy making videos like this. These are my favorite videos to make. I think you guys will have by now. Many of you have actually subscribed because of the Wake Up Call videos. I keep calling. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to share this video. Give it a like. Drop a comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more stuff like this.
Damn.
And,
Damn. I think at this point also it's best to just use the level ones that I will store up, because you're going to lose all your health anyway.
Like a lot of it is, it's like an existential threat of having developers aren't accountable to your version of like looking at the world. Where am I looking? Ultra zombie.
Damn it.
How long did this take? So far, 9 years. Wow.
I could ask you questions about gameplay and direction all day. This is cool. If you're looking for a potential publisher, nMaStEr, if you want to set up a
I think Quicksilver would also work really well for
How you doing, man? What a shit name. Let me try something. I did that.
the last phase, because I don't know if it's per intercept or if it's per hit.
Well, guys, one thing I learned is I wore the same shirt on the first episode as I did today. I had no idea about that, but yeah, this actually is a new episode. Hey guys, welcome back to Pixel Pitch, episode 3. Very excited to be here. Obviously, we have, as always, our sponsor, Ally, who is responsible for why we're able to do this show. Ally Bank, thank you very much for sponsoring the show. Ally's goal is to become
I'm
the
getting
official
tripped up
ally
here.
of those creators, which will not happen overnight. It is a long-term ambition.
All right, dude,
and a
come on.
journey that Ally is
All right,
just
please.
embarking on. From there, we can become better
Come on.
allies to the creator community, educating creators on how to reach their financial goals. Make sure to visit ally.com/creator for more. And today, of course, I am not just by myself, and we have two very interesting guests. And I'd like to introduce the first one. I think a lot of you already know him. Obviously, today we are having Tips Out on the show. How you doing, man? Welcome to the show. Yo, super excited to be here. It's been a long time.
Damn it.
And yeah, excited to look over some indie games and some awesome checks. How does it feel being back on a stream? I'm looking at it. I break it down. I'm not gonna lie, dude. It sucks. I'm nervous as hell, but no, it's gonna be a good time. Sorry, Ally. Big shout out to Ally, by the way. Number one creator bank. We're trying to help them do that. I can't believe the first 5 seconds being on here, but yeah, I'm very excited. I'll make it worse. Yeah, just give me 5 or 10 minutes and it'll be okay. And so, yes, thank you very much. Obviously, Tips, yes. And we also have another guest. You might remember her from the OTK Games Expo. Jan Hoffaker, she was an executive producer on Arcane and also a co-founder of Incredible Dream. How you doing, Jane?
Whole fucking damn.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to have you here. I mean, I know that you took like a little bit of a glance at the games before already, and what do you think?
Oh my gosh, I'm super
okay.
impressed. Like the quality and the state of indie games has continued to get better and better, and so I'm super excited to meet the devs. And
We'll
also
use
shout out to
him.
Ally, because I remember them actually like way back when they were like one of the pioneers for remote banking, and super cool that they're doing this. So really awesome.
Yeah, now it makes a lot more sense than it did, and I'm excited too. I just get a little glance at the games. I try not to look at them so I can have the most authentic and like real reaction possible. So I have no fucking idea what I'm looking at. But I do want to explain what you guys have to expect from the show. Obviously, a lot of people have seen it before, some people haven't. So I'm going to go ahead and explain to you how the show is going to work. Today, we're going to be looking at 5 indie games that are going to be presented by each developer. They're going to talk about their game, talk about what they want, and talk about where they want their game to go. And going back to what they want, we also have money to give people. That's the main reason why people like the show. Is we're giving away money. And by we,
I do mean we because the chat is also going to be giving away money as well. Each of us have $5,000, which collectively is $15,000. And on top of that, we are going to have chat vote in a poll at the end of the show. And you guys are also going to have $5,000. Now, we're going to be giving out a lot of this money just throughout the show, or sorry, actually at the end of the
There
show.
we go.
We're not doing it throughout the show because obviously this is kind of a response
There
to
we
feedback
go.
we've received. And we will be giving out the money at the end of the show after we've seen everybody's presentations, we understand what everyone's asked, so everybody's able to see which games we have to look at. So anyway, I'm pretty excited. How you guys feeling?
Let's see some games, man.
All right. Well, I mean,
Okay.
let's just get into the show. All right. How about that? We've got the first game, and it's
I'm
gonna be
gonna
called
see. I think
Wax
he
Heart,
will
and we
be
have
good
Michael Wolf, who is here
if
to
those
talk about
hits
his game. How you
count
doing,
towards
Michael?
his
Welcome to the show.
number, but we're gonna see.
Super excited to be here.
Oh, nice picture you got in the back. There you go.
You just got the ambiance and everything set up. I love
Yeah.
it.
Are those candles on the other side of you?
Yeah,
Oh,
we use another
my God.
GBC demo booth, and we decided to throw it
Oh.
out here. It's really fun.
Are they real?
No, sure.
That's probably a good thing since it's on the bed.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, bit of a positive. So Waxheart, why don't you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, so as we get started, I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah.
play our trailer in the background while I introduce myself and the team, and then I'll go into talking about the game.
Great.
So, first, hello, my name is Michael Wolf. I'm the game director on Waxheart, and I'm a professional
Oh my
with
God.
years of experience. And I have a master's degree in game design from Laguna College of Art and Design. My personal dream is to start my own indie studio where I
And
can
something
make
I've noticed about this game is like
with friends.
content will eventually just get to where you're ready for it to be the fuck over with. Like,
You know what? Sorry. Okay. We'll circle back to that. So, the way our team works is pretty unique. We are a team of over 40 volunteers. Everyone on our team contributes a little bit at a time. Where a normal studio would have one person working 40 hours a week.
oh
we
man,
have like 8 people
I
contributing
can't even
months.
get him to the special to
And
fucking
we've
do
been in
that.
development for over 3
Let's
years.
try fucking
It
Pav,
started
dude.
as my master's thesis project, and we just kept the ball rolling, and we're continuing to develop the game. And we're currently seeking funding to help the project reach the finish line. And the reason we're able to have so many volunteers is because there's a surplus of talent in the games industry right now. With all of these layoffs, it's just a really tough time to be a creative in this space. And so there's a lot of people looking for work and not enough jobs.
Oh my
So
God.
we'll continue to
Some of this I want to watch back and see, like, where exactly is it that I'm fucking up in some of these exchanges, because it just seems like he slows down like, yeah, fuck you, bitch, I got you.
We encourage everyone to continue to apply for paid roles as they work with us. And I'm happy to say that this is working. I'm proud to say that there's at least 50 people who have used Waxheart to land their first industry jobs. And I'm just super happy about that, because even if whether this project, reaches the finish line
Please.
or not, we're putting good out. So I wanted to share that as we got started, and now let's just go to
Okay.
So, Waxheart is an atmospheric horror puzzle adventure where you play as a little wax boy with a lantern for a heart, journeying through a dark, ruined world in search of his lost memory. So what do I mean by an atmospheric horror puzzle adventure? Well, if you've ever played the Playdead games,
Like,
Inside Limbo,
I know, like, the first time I did this, it was just go in, try and intercept him as many times as you can, because eventually there's nothing, like, I even after playing this fight over and over again, I don't know what the fucking, dude.
For making this whole player experience just putting the player in a safe flow. And yeah, that's what we're trying to emulate.
Yeah, that
Like,
makes sense.
Popping up the go here.
oh man.
It's fine.
Okay, go ahead. So Waxheart is an adventure set in a sunless world full of monsters and mysteries. And you serve as the torch for this sunless world. So the light from your lantern heart can help lights the way, but also alerts monsters to your presence. You can hold your breath to bring your light in and help you hide.
Like,
And
dude,
complete
please,
a
like,
journey
it
path
won't
for
fucking play
mail and
along
stuff
at
like that.
all, dude.
And a really cool thing about our game is that we have what we call an inverted stealth system. Where normally in a stealth game, you play as a point avoiding a volume. The volume being an enemy's like cone of vision or other proximity-based things. But essentially, geometrically, you're a point avoiding a volume. In Waxheart, we flip that on its head. You are a volume avoiding a point. So our enemies don't seek you out in a traditional sense. But if your light touches them, that activates them and they come after you.
Dude,
So we found
okay,
that
I'm
this
just
adds a
gonna
lot of
see if
similarities
he'll
to
get to his
traditional stealth games,
fucking
and also makes them
special.
entirely new. And it has really interesting stuff going on in this space, I think.
So he's wax with the lantern. Does the lantern melt him?
It does not.
Okay.
You can chalk that up to magic or just really resistant wax.
That's convenient for him.
um, I mean, we've got deep lore, so to speak, but I don't need to go into that now. So yeah, our basic gameplay loop is you're exploring this rich, dark world. You're solving platforming and stealth puzzles. You're avoiding Ichor monsters,
Dude,
and
please
you're
come
collecting
on.
radiant oil, which is the magical oil that fuels your lantern and also animates all the tangible people to life. It's the
Oh my god.
but it's our soul
Okay, dude.
in this world. So that fundamental gameplay loop, you're exploring an area, solving stealth challenges or platforming challenges. You're collecting oil as you go, and you're using it to open anchor sealed doors and progress to the next area. So that's like our fundamental gameplay. Um, and these puzzles tend to definitely use your life mechanics quite a bit. So here we're looking at the solution to one of our puzzles where you are pushing a box and you need to stay on one side of it to make sure that your light doesn't touch the
Oh
surface.
man.
So another thing about our game is that we have a lot of lore. We love talking about it and coming up with ideas. And we want to present it.
If I didn't have Heimdall, this would have been fucking terrible. But the other one I used Serpent.
No
And
text. There
being
are
able to
only text.
just
We're using
break,
plain text structure
have the
throughout everything.
specials helps.
But generally, we want the world to be telling the story, and if the player's paying attention, they can figure things out. So yeah, just a little bit more about the world because we can't stop talking about it. So it's a world populated by cannibal people. The sentient beings made of wax, and they're animated by the burning.
Why does it, dude, like, why does it have to do that? Like, fuck, dude, come on. Fuck me.
Artificial sun, full of that oil at the top of it, and it's the world's primary source of
Fuck
light
you,
and
dude.
warmth. And
Oh man. Like, I wouldn't label it as hard. It's tedious and time consuming, and it
this corrupting ichor
plays
starts the population,
on
warping them into cannibalistic horrors.
it plays on
And
the
they're all trying to eat each other's oil and live as long as they
like
can.
exhaustion
And so the story
aspect.
begins as Wax Boy wakes up
So we
from a
fucking
long
finished
sleep
all this
surrounded by
stupid
a
shit
chain of
finally.
memory to the broken tower. I mentioned Journey earlier. Our sun
Cool.
tower serves as that guiding element to the end of the
I don't
game,
know.
in the same way that Journey's mountain does, with this huge beacon.
Yes, I understand.
So our journey,
But for
to
this,
span 4 levels. First,
if you're
Moon
doing
Village,
villains,
which is encompassed in our demo.
Hulkling sucks.
It's about an hour of content.
He's horrible.
The next level, which we're
Heroes, I used Nico, and it was a solo. I probably could have used Pav Spider-Man, but I'm never going to go back and try it out. But the people I used was Serpent and Nico. Him, I think it was Count Nefaria, which made him pretty easy, and then I used Shothra for her atrophy, lowered his unstoppable amount. Like it lowered the overall timer.
Yeah, I want
Yeah,
to normalize that content.
got it.
I used
But yeah,
Serpent and
there is a lot
Heimdall,
more going on there.
Bastion,
Um, so
Heimdall,
yeah,
I think.
the gist of the game. I believe you guys could also
I
check it out.
think Serpent, I think.
You might have
And then
demo stations ready, but
was it maybe
largely
Jean
focused on one
Grey
man
and Heimdall?
themselves. So the
This
progress
was,
so far,
I
we've
want to say
basically spent
Jean
the
Grey
first
and
year in
Onslaught,
pre-production and prototyping, followed by a year
um,
of demo development, where
Serpent,
we focus on getting our first demos
Heimdall,
out the door, and now we're focusing on
maybe
production on
Bastion,
the
probably
second level.
Bastion,
Um,
Prowler,
so you can find the links here.
then Quicksilver,
Our current
Spider
focus
Woman.
is that dark forest level, and we're also looking to
Serpent
improve our
is like the
special
best
ability.
one,
We know that
or
in order to
Heimdall,
compete with our contemporaries and
Shothra,
to be taken
Nico,
seriously, we need to really bring
Heimdall,
our
Jean
quality up,
Grey, Onslaught.
and make
So
sure
it's
that some
pretty. I
of
mean,
the
it's pretty like
less
that's
human
and then this guy,
Well,
you
it kind
need
of is
like
though,
Jean
right?
Grey or
I
Onslaught.
mean,
He
it's like you
takes
said, yeah. You
so
said
fucking
it
long
has some
otherwise.
exception to that. To take
He's
that's
not
such an
hard. You
interesting
just have to
approach
be
where it's
able to
basically a
evade his heavy
crowdfunded
attack. But again,
game in a lot of cases,
knowing
right?
their
And so, like, how does that work? Like, let's
knowing
say
their heavy
somebody
attack is
comes in
easier
and
when
their style
you
is a lot different than somebody
have the
else's. Like,
champ
give
to
me some
actually
of that.
play with.
That's a
He's
great
not
question.
hard. You just have to know
There's a
how
couple
to
things going
evade
on with
his
it.
first
One,
special
it's
and be able
very
to
easy
play
to
with
support.
inverted
It's like,
controls
hey, we have like an art
or
Bible.
root.
These are the ways that like this is the
He
way your
really
game should
isn't
look.
that
We have
bad.
like color choices
It's
in
just being
pre-production. We set up
hitting
this
in
art
block
Bible
to
so
lower
to
some
create
charges that
a
you
guide
gain from
to help
hitting
our
them.
artists keep a consistent style.
She again is
And the third
just
we do too,
invert
quality control
controls
amongst ourselves. We do review
or
comments.
not
We
having
point
them.
out
You
like,
just need to
hey,
be able
this
to pay
is
attention to
still
that.
like
Again,
this is
it's one of those
using
like every single fight in
very
this
high
thing is just
level
pretty much going to
detailed
be
textures and
how
maybe we
many
want to
times you've
bring that
actually
down
done it and
or
failed.
the other way where this is really simple.
Him is Serpent.
But
Her
basically, it's just
is
refining the
Heimdall
process, and
Serpent.
we help guide our team
Shothra
to get those
smoked the shit
those
out of him,
movies.
I think.
Okay, yeah, I think
She's
that
not
makes
very
sense. And so
difficult,
this
really. Again,
started
it's
only
just
in
knowing her specials
2021, is
evade,
that?
and then her, it's knowing
Yes.
the SP2.
Wow, okay. And so
But
you're
we're
thinking
gonna
about having
go
it
crack this
finished
shit
by
open and
when
become
next
Elder
year?
real quick.
So it depends a lot. There's a lot of timelines
Yeah.
that we have, but
Uh-huh.
essentially we're aiming for without funding, we have about 2 years of development in front of us. I'm not
Okay.
going to kid myself.
Okay, where
If
there
we
they go.
funded, that will speed things up quite a bit. We'll be able to. We have a whole thing about talking with the team about it. But we've likely downsized to a small core team, which is still in the best interest of everyone who volunteered because that means that they get to have a more successful project on their resume.
Okay, I'll take that because I think mine is SIG
It's a little
200.
stage that funding
How many
stage.
I
people
think
work on
mine's
it?
SIG 200.
Like collectively?
No,
Collectively,
Yeah, yeah.
I thought why did I think he was?
Oh my
we have
God.
But
we
that's
have a
still
lot of
cool. That's a new
interns.
one. One of the ones I didn't
Yeah, yeah.
have.
People come in,
I don't
we
even know
help find
who I would
jobs
take at this point.
for
Like
their next
Spider
opportunity,
Punk or
changes,
I guess
and
I don't. Baron
now
Zemo
we
be
need
cool.
more people, and that happens a lot, and it works for us. We have
There we
one
go.
team that's stuck with us for a long
The one I
time,
fucking said.
and it's uh, and so we're not like losing knowledge as people churn or anything like that.
That's
Okay,
fucking
so you
cool,
have
dude.
kind of
I'll
like
take that.
I don't know. It's like if you played an MMO, right? It's like you have an
What do you
officer
get?
core, but you get different raiders and different people
Do
coming
you
in and
get
out of it very
the?
regularly. Okay, all right. Yes, I understand that now.
And that's an
So
ability
okay, so
awakened.
you
Yeah,
got
that's
and how many
perfect.
people
That's
really
dude. I've
involved
wanted
in
him
it?
so bad.
And
Those
then
are
maybe
two really
like
good
how does it
pulls.
work?
I'm cool with that.
So we
And you
do
don't get
have
any from
cases
that
where we
rank
have
up.
independent
Okay, that's
contractors,
fine.
or there's certain like
Uh-huh.
key members who need they can't work on the project unless we have some kind of
All right,
arrangement,
where is it? There it
and
is.
that's the exception.
I
But
don't even
normally, like
have
I
a
said,
preferred
we're all
class. They're really. I mean, it's just
volunteers.
whatever
Our
class. I'm just
core
gonna pick
size
somebody.
is around 12, I would say. It comes and goes. Sometimes a core member will need to be for a while, stuff like that. We don't like to like
Green.
designate or give people labels of core, but we do have our production team. We have our leaders, so like our 3D art team leads. We have our audio team leads, stuff like that.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
I actually have a question. So,
Yeah.
out of curiosity, you talked a little bit earlier about some of the inspirations that you've drawn from in this game. Who's kind of your target audience? Are you looking for kind of that core, like golden core horde of people that play puzzle games? or people that play stealth games. Talked a lot about like IP development, which is something that Jay knows a lot about. Is this something that you're looking to expand into like a greater universe and then build sequels to, or potentially leverage the IP into other genres? Like, is this kind of an
I
isolated
don't know.
experience for a small
I'm
audience,
gonna
or
go.
are you looking to kind of branch
No,
out to
dude.
larger audiences and take this lore and apply it to different
No,
genres?
I'm not interested.
Well,
Fucking.
that's a fun question. The high there's a bunch of different parts of that. I'll first answer the target market part, which we have on the slides, which is we're looking for people who really value these or like art house single player experiences. Basically, people who are fans of the same games I am. Generally, this can I don't think there's an easy give any kind of like demographic range for this, but I do know that there are people who enjoy the indie scene is the high level of that. We also know that we have a little bit of the an overlap with horror fans because we are in this area of horror. We're not like Five Nights at Freddy's or anything. We're not jump scare, but people who really enjoyed that kind of aesthetics, I
Let's
think
see.
we appeal to them. Um, to answer your other questions about
No,
like long-term
I won't
plans,
be. So I
we
pretty
are
much
trying
have
to
to
keep our
pick.
ambitions simple because it's already a multi-year project. So basically, I'd be happy if the project can generate any kind of revenue once
I
released.
guess Spider Woman.
If we're looking to expand the IP further, our team jokes about wax
I mean,
card
that'd be kind of the like
as a racing game
the
as a joke.
obvious choice.
We don't really necessarily plan a
I have questions too, or
Like
maybe
I feel like
I don't know
Spider
if you
Woman
have
is
to,
pretty
but
much
I was
the
curious because earlier you mentioned the starters and the
obvious
master's thesis and
choice
yours and
for a
hers,
lot of
but what was the
people,
master's thesis? Was it the volume
and then I could
versus the points?
effectively get her to almost.
My thesis is
I mean,
about
yeah,
immersion
because
and
I
positioning
really like
the IP.
Quicksilver though,
So there's a
but
book that
I
I think
guess
it's in my
this would be the
desk here
like
called
obvious choice for
Game Fuel
people.
by Steve Swing. And it really talks about this sensation of to try to put it in the simplest terms, because like it's a whole thesis essay, right? But the simplest terms would be that
Yeah,
when
that's
you
not
are
a bad
playing a
one.
game, it's much like when you're maybe driving a car or piloting any kind of vehicle, where the character that you're controlling is an extension of yourself. And if somebody bumps into your car, you don't say they hit my car. You say they hit me, and it's because the vehicle becomes an extension of your senses, and
Okay,
in some sense, an extension of your identity. Um, so with that, the main character feels that
that's a pretty good one.
and we treat them like our
I
coins
guess
in
the
like
the
video games.
reason
Like they
I'd
kind of pull you
be
through the experience. You're collecting them or
apprehensive
playing them,
about doing
and
her
we try to
on
figure
this
a
account
really
to
effective
rank
way to
5
celebrate
is
it.
because
And
I
they use them a lot.
have her
We
SIG 200 on my
when
other account.
people
My other
saw
account
what
was
we
the account that
saw,
I really
people
wanted her
reported
on,
much
and I
higher
was
rate
kind of
conversion.
aiming. Like I really would have thought she would have been a great one because I don't have her on my other one at all. But I don't have her.
They had these bear napkins. I would
I
make
don't
bear
have
napkins.
Spider Woman on. Yeah, let's just. I guess that's a good. I guess she's the best one to dump SIGs into. Especially because she's my rank 5 now. Yeah, I don't see why that would be a bad choice.
Am I making
Yeah.
sense?
That
Here.
Real banger, guys.
Okay.
Business owner gets himself and all of his customers arrested. All of them. The whole clientele. Fuck them. We're all going to jail. I listen. What kind of business are you doing this for, chat? Is there any business you're going down with?
Okay.
What? Yeah. What is he selling? Honestly, there's actually
All right.
here's a
Well,
couple
yeah.
restaurants